Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. This is our live. We're going to talk about the spiritual benefits, sorry, of using salt. So, in case you're watching me right now, I would like you to invite your family and friends, invite your loved ones, so that all of us can be together in this live chat and discuss about uses and benefits of salt, of using salt. So I am still going to hold on to for some minutes while we wait for the rest of us to come up here and join us. Okay, maybe probably I have to move on while we're waiting for the rest of the people to join us. So once again, I have to say welcome to each and every one of us. It's a beautiful week. Today is Tuesday and it's still beginning of the week. So I welcome each and every one of us to this wonderful live chat. I hope you're doing great. So let's just hit it up. I want to talk to us about salt and benefits of salt spiritually. We already know, if you can agree with me, that salt is what we have in our kitchen. Salt is what we use to preserve our food. It gives taste to our food. And also you use salt to preserve things like meat to avoid them to rotten. And you use it to preserve food. Salt is beneficial to us as human beings. We use it on a daily basis. But there's this thing about salt spiritually that not everybody is aware of it. Some people are aware of it, but definitely not all. So that is what I am bringing to us today. Let's deliberate on this and actually help each other to move further in life. Should you want to move further in life, but of course, each and every one of us want to move further in life. So, number one, in the way we use salt spiritually to attract abundance into your life. Number one, I'm going to start with people who are moving into a new home. It could be a rented apartment, it could be newly built house of your own, but you are about to move into a new home. Remember, salt will help you to go a long way in that environment, in that new house. Sorry, because you want the new house to be a blessing to you and not a curse. There are some houses when you're moving in, it could be newly built by you, it could be a rented apartment. You don't know what has transpired on the land before you bought it or before you move into that place. People can be funny. You don't know it. You don't know what must have passed through that land because some people could be diabolical. It could be a land one or two persons have been dragging and eventually one decided to let go but cost the land. And so many things that you don't know concerning that land. Then you happen to be an innocent person who eventually bought the land, or maybe you rented the apartment on that land, or maybe you rented the land for something, maybe for a business, for whatever it is you want to do with the land, but you just bought the land. And at the end of the day, you built on it or you rented it for anything, I don't know. Then, if you do not have any knowledge about how to cleanse a home or how to cleanse a space, you will ignorantly just move in and start making use of it. Then on the long run, you will notice that you are beginning to have problems, more especially if you are the type who doesn't normally on a daily basis experience hardship and difficulties. Then you begin to have problems. You begin to experience difficulties. Anything you put your hand on doesn't move for you. If it's a family, you start experiencing hardship. Maybe you start having quarrels amongst each other, negativity everywhere. There are some homes when you move into it, or maybe when you hear about how they live, it's too toxic. They don't talk to each other. They're always in enmity with each other. Or maybe they are not in enmity with each other, but maybe some hazards keep happening around you. Some will tell you my house or the things in my house all of a sudden caught fire. We don't know the cause of the fire, but it just caught fire. Then many will tell you armed robbers kept on moving in and out of my house like as if they built the house for me, or maybe they rented the house for me. And some people will tell you that they keep having problems like their children keep hurting themselves unnecessarily. There are some houses that are filled with dark energy. Let me say this. There are some houses with dark energy. When you're a family living in that house, so many negative things will be happening because these are unseen entities. You don't see them, but you'll be feeling something negative moving on in that house. Their children might be playing and keep hurting themselves. When I mean hurting themselves, like I mean deep hurt, that is a near death syndrome. You see this family always running to the hospital every day of their lives, trying to save the lives of their children. Okay, I'll give you an example. Growing up as a child, I, for one, talking to you right now, we used to live in a haunted house as a child. I'm not going to go deep into that story, but I'm trying to tell you that there are negative entities around and there are positive ones. This particular haunted house, growing up, we were living in it. My immediate senior, we're more like twins, even though we're not twins. We work hand in hand, we'll play together, we'll do all sorts of things together, we even school together in the same school, we lived together when we were in university. But what I'm trying to say is when we were little kids, what I mean by little kids, we were still in primary school, like that should be like for primary 2, 3, 4. We were all living in that house with our parents. So one day, a lot of negative things were happening in that house. That is why I say I'm not going to go into that one because some of them are creepy, very, very creepy, so scary. If I open my mouth to talk, you watching me right now, you'll be so scared. So we're not going into that. So one day we were playing. We were at the backyard of that house playing. And our dad came back home from work. So at the backyard of that house, we have a window. There's a window, a very large glass, beautiful window, that faces inside the house while we were at the backyard. So actually, I was the one who went and received our dad, and I was carrying, I think I can remember carrying something like banana, yes, banana and granules upstairs because that place where the window, the large glass, beautiful window is the staircase leading to the living room upstairs. So our dad was, he walked up first, and I was following at the back. And my sister, my immediate sister, was at the backyard. So she was, children. We were little. She was looking up and demanding for the banana I was holding. Children asking me to give her a banana from there. So as little as I was then, this was just what I remembered. The next thing we heard was like a bang, something bang, bah, something like that, just a bang. And the window, I think it was about to rain or raining already, but not really serious. I was a little girl. I can't just remember everything, but all I could remember is a bang. The glass broke and shattered into pieces, and a very big, sharp cut of that glass went straight to my sister's eyes and cut off her eyelid here, slashed it into pieces, crashed on the floor, blood started gushing out. So when that thing happened, she screamed, I screamed, even my dad rushed downstairs, people, all of us, everybody rushed down there, carried her up, started rushing to the hospital. We took her to the hospital because that's whatever dark entity was aiming at taking life. They were aiming at sucking blood. But the good thing is, we have a very strong, deep rooted, spiritual Christian mother that prays round the clock. Every day, my mom prays for each and every one of her children from beginning till the end. That was what actually saved all of us. May her soul rest in peace. She's gone now, but her prayers kept all of us alive till today without any cuts. They rushed my sister to the hospital, and it was a very serious case. But at the end of the day, she was bandaged. One of her eyes was bandaged because it was bleeding nonstop, and they performed surgeries upon surgeries on that eye. And to cut the long story short, eventually she became well, and she did not lose her eyes. But today, when you look at that, you will notice that, you could ask her, are you having an eye problem? Because today she wears glasses. So, but that glass pierced here. Now, these are the things we see in horror movies. These are the things you and I watch in horror movies, if you are the type that watches it, even though today I have stopped watching horror movies because I don't want to pollute my heart, pollute my mind with something scary, because I'm not the type that gets scared. So I wouldn't want anything to get me scared. And you start looking at me, and I will start like being scared all of a sudden. So I've stopped. So these are the things we see that happen in horror movies. Because it's a movie, we see the entities at the movie, how they move about, how they strike, how they remove the glass to pierce another person's eye, but the people in the house hardly sees them if it's the one that you are not supposed to see in a movie. Then in real life, you may not see them. Sometimes you may not see them. Sometimes you do see them. So this was what happened. Why am I saying this? There are some homes you will leave, you will be experiencing dark energy. Things will not be moving well for you. Setbacks here and there. Negative forces fighting your children, fighting your husband, fighting your wife, fighting all of you in that house. So that is the reason I said we are going to talk about salt and what salt can do for you to stop all this from entering into your home and destroying your life. So that is why I said before you move into a home, we are now going to talk about the benefits of using salt in a spiritual way, apart from using it to cook. When you get your new home and you want to move in, get your salt. Don't just move in. Don't just go in and be doing this. No. Like, to perform this thing 2 days before you move in. Go to that home. Get your salt. Put the salt inside the water because you need to pray over it. Then pray over that salt. When you get salt, salt works in whatever it is you want to use it for. But I always tell us, if you have the time, charge your salt. There are so many ways of charging salt. One of the ways of charging salt is when you see a moon, full moon, not a half moon. When you see the full moon coming out, scoop a large quantity of salt, because this particular salt, you'll be using it on a daily basis. So any amount you want to scoop, use it, put it under the full moon light, and leave it there till the next day. Let it charge your salt. You can charge it for a day, you can charge it for 3 days, you can charge it for 7 days, depending on the moon. So long as you still have the moon outside of your house, charge this salt. But if you cannot do this, fine, use your salt. But the reason I prefer to charge all these things is because the moon power will charge that salt. If you use it to perform any spiritual work, it moves faster than when you did not charge it. When you did not charge it, it still works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It works perfectly well. But there are, there's a comparison between something that is charged and something that is not charged. It's like using a torch that uses battery. You didn't charge the battery, but it still works. It still shows you light. But you cannot compare the light it gives you. You cannot compare it to the one you after charging it. Watch the two. After charging the torch on the light will be sharper than when you did not charge it. So that's what I mean by it works both ways, but I prefer to charge. Then if you're moving into that house, get a bucket of water or a mop, add it water, add your soap, of course, add your soap, then add this salt inside it, scoop a very good quantity of it, add into that water, begin to pray over that water. That salt neutralizes everything that is not good and gives taste to life. That as you're adding this water to mop this your new home, that you are mopping away every negativity, every setback, every dark entity that must have been dwelling in that place or must have been parading in that place, that you are mopping this house with this salt, because salt is life. And the color white of that salt signifies purity. You are purifying your house so that in the end, there will be positive energy in that house, and so many good things will be happening for you in that house, and setbacks shall never see you or your household. And add other things you want to add in your prayer. Turn the salt water, then use your mop stick and begin to mop it. Make sure you clean every nook and cranny of that house. Mop everywhere. Do not leave anywhere untouched. Then, as you are mopping, continue to pray. Continue to say something, I cleanse my home. I remove every dark energy. I usher in positivity. Let the Holy Spirit of God dwell in this house and make it a beautiful house for us. Continue to say mutter some words as you are mopping that house. And after cleaning that house, that is all. Then that water you use to clean out the house, make sure you go outside and pour it away. Do not pour it inside your toilet. Go outside and pour that water away. Then get another clean water. Add this salt. Now use it to mop out that house very well and allow it to air dry. Remember, if you are mopping that house, make sure you open the doors and windows of that house. Leave everywhere open so that whatever dark entity or negative energy that must have been dwelling there, as you are mopping and praying, all of them are leaving from doors, from windows. Let them go out, air your house out, and after that, you will feel peace. Even you doing this will feel peace. You will feel calm, serenity. You will feel all these things. Then usher in the positivity. Everything good. Usher in goodness of God. Call upon the Holy Spirit to dwell inside that house. And after doing all these things, allow that house to air dry. Then you go home. Of course, you lock it up and go back to wherever you came from and allow it. Another way of doing this is to use honey as well. When you must have done the salt one, even though I really don't want to go into honey now, but let me just chip it in, but we're not dwelling on. I've already treated honey. If you want to know about spiritual uses of honey, scroll on my video, you will see the spiritual uses of honey. So after doing all this, you can now get another fresh water. The next day, the second day, add honey to it. Because honey is sweet. It brings sweetness of life. You cannot go wrong with honey. I'm not going to go deep again. Just add honey, turn it around with your right hand, speak the same good words you did before, and use that honey water and cleanse the whole of the house again, and usher in sweetness of God, usher in positivity, usher in success, wealth and abundance, happiness, joy, long life, good health, prosperity, and cleansed it. Then on the third day, you all can move into that house. Be rest assured, when you do this thing, no negativity will trail your life anymore, because you have already spiritually chased all of them away. So that is one beautiful benefit of salt. Then another one, the number 2 of it, using it to do a cleansing bath. For those of you who doesn't know that you can use salt to do a cleansing bath, hear me right now. Many people are facing hardship, hatred from people you don't even know, people you may know. There are some people that come out and people hate them for no reason. Even if you ask them, why do you hate this person? They'll tell you, I really don't know, but I just don't like her. Or I don't like her vibe, I don't like his vibe, I just don't fancy him, I just don't fancy her for no reason. Then when you look at these people being hated on, they are nice people. They are peaceful people. They are very accommodating. then you'll be wondering, why are they hated so much? Then there are some people with so much difficulty. No matter what they do, no matter what they put their hands on, they will always be meeting up with difficulties. Favor, they hardly get favor. Before they even get something good, they will strive. They will toil. Sometimes they have already lost hope, and that good thing will come. It's not supposed to be that way. It is not supposed to be that way. There are people like that. Whatever they put their hands on, they don't get it. When they have a relationship today, they're just entering into a new relationship. The next thing you will hear is it's all over. It's gone. If you ask them what transpired, they don't even know. They will tell you, he just left me. She just left me without a word, and even blocked them. How many of them am I going to say? These are like curses, like as if somebody placed a curse on you and you don't know where the curse came from. Many people doesn't even know whether they are cursed or not. You don't need to quarrel with anybody for anyone to place a curse. You don't need to fight for anyone to place a curse on you. You don't need to. So, why am I saying this? The second benefit of using salt in a spiritual way is by using it to bath. How do you do this bath? Get your bucket of water. Add salt into it. The same way, pray over it. There are so many ways of doing this. Number one is getting that bucket of water, adding salt into it, and praying over it. Take it inside your bathroom. Remember, you're not going to use soap sponge to do this particular cleansing, spiritual cleansing bath. First of all, take your normal bath with just your normal water with soap and your sponge to scrub off the dirt from your body. Then after that one, your body must have been cleaned by then. Then get this water. This particular water doesn't necessarily need to be big. It could be just little or half bucket. Add the salt inside it. The salt you're going to add, you can add your handful or one dessert spoon. Dessert spoon, the spoon you use to eat like rice. One of it is enough. Add it into that water. Pray over that water. Go inside your bathroom. Pour it from your head down to your toe. Remember to be speaking positive words into your life as you are doing this bath. There are other ways. Adding the salt inside the bucket of water, leaving it outside of your house. This particular one, you do it in the night. Maybe around 8 in the night. You add water, take it outside of your house. Leave it under the sky. If you're living in a yard where there are so many people, just take it outside and keep it just by your door. By your door. That is, if it's a yard that so many people are out there that you can't take it directly under the sky. Just so long as it's outside of your door, it's okay. What matters is your faith and your prayer. Then pray over that water. After praying over that water, leave it there till the next day. But remember to go around 6 a.m. and pick it up. Do not leave it till 8 in the morning. No. Do not even leave it till 7 in the morning. No. Go outside and pick it up by 6, later 6:30. Go in straight, use it to bath. Remember, still no soap, still no sponge. Take your normal bath with your soap and sponge, then use that one and speak words of goodness into your life and pour it all over your body. When you do that, that is all. Remember, when you do all these things, do not towel your body. You don't need to towel your body. Just leave your body. Air dry it. Let natural breeze dry it up. Then if you use cream, rub your cream. If you don't use cream, that's all. Then you wear your clothes. Then another way of using salt spiritually to attract abundance into your house, to attract favor, to attract love, to attract goodness of God and good health. It's simple. Put salt in a little bowl and place it. Choose where you want to place it. It could be on your shelf. It could be anywhere in your house you choose to place it. Some people place it at the center of their table. Maybe it could be their dining table, but they use a bowl that looks beautiful and place it there. You may not even know what it's all about. Sometimes when you see it as a visitor, you think it's the salt. Maybe if everybody is eating food, they use it and sprinkle on their food. No. Place it there. Choose any part of your house and place it. That's number 3. Then the third one, how you can use it to attract all this goodness into your house, is to find 4 bowls. 4 little bowls. Because this is going to signify north, south, east, and west of your house. Then place one at the north, at the south, at the east. To make it easier for you, 4 corners of your house. Keep those bowls there. Let me explain what I mean by 4 corners of your house, because some people will come out to tell me, is it in my room? Is it in my parlor? Listen, your kitchen, another end of your house could be a room. Then in your living room, that is the 2 walls of your living room, the one of the end and the other one, just like the backyard, that way. Place the bowls there. Make it hidden for people with pets, because you wouldn't want your pet to go there and start licking it, or maybe pour the whole salt away. So find somewhere and hide it if you have pets, so that pets will not get to it, and leave it there. Do you know what this does? It sucks in negativity. It sucks in negative energy. As it's sucking in all those negative energy, your house will begin to clear. It keeps sucking it in. This particular salt, you'll be changing it after 10 days. You leave it there for 10 good days, because you're still going to change it. You wouldn't want to leave it forever. Because if you leave it there, after it must have accumulated negativity, it will suck all of them in, and all of them will remain there. Why would you want to leave it for the rest of your life? No. You place it, leave it for 10 days, then you go and throw them away in your bin. Make sure you wrap it up, pour it in the bin, wrap up the bin, and throw it away. Then you repeat this. In this particular one, if you like, you can be repeating it after 10 days. If you like. If you don't have the strength to do this, you can do it in a month, within 10 days in a month, and repeat it again the next month. The truth is, it sucks in bad energy and gives you clarity, brings in positivity into your home, and makes your home feel lighter. And joy will be radiated in that home. Anything you put your hand on will be moving. Peace will be in your home. No obstacle anymore. No nothing catching up fire anywhere. No armed robbers using your house like as if it's a football pitch. Anybody can go in and play ball. This is what it does. I think this is number 4 of it, what it does. In case you don't know. Another one is number 5 of it, is you sprinkle it. How you do this one, just scoop little salt. In the morning as you are praying, be sprinkling it at the edges of your home. At the edges of your home. When you get to your living room, raise your carpet, assuming you have a carpet, put it under the carpet. But make sure you sprinkle it at the edges of the wall, at the edges. Then when you do this one, you don't sweep it out. First of all, sweep your house. Then make sure you sprinkle it. That is why I said do it in such a way that it will not be seen. Remember to be speaking, because there's power in spoken words. Speak words of goodness into your home, into your life, into your children's life, into your partner's life, your husband, your wife, your household generally. Then sprinkle it at the edges. The next day, if you're sweeping your house, avoid the edges. Let it absorb the negativity. Avoid the edges. Then after 3 days, then you can sweep out. On the 4th day, you can sweep out the edges of that your house. When you practice all these things, you will become lighter. You will notice that things are beginning to move for you. You will notice that people are beginning to favor you. People are beginning to love you. You will notice that you are now having clarity, focus, direction on where you are going, unlike before. You will notice peace, abundance into your home. You don't know all these things if you don't have the knowledge. That's why it is said in the people, that's why it's said in the Bible, my people die because of lack of knowledge. But when you have knowledge and apply it into your day-to-day life, life will be sweet for you. Even if any visitor of yours is coming in with something negative, like diabolical things to harm you, but under the shadow of friendship, the moment they cross your door, that salt will neutralize all whatever negative thing they are coming with. It will not work anymore. And they'll be wondering why you're untouchable. People might start looking at you like you're visiting the native doctors. No, you're not visiting anyone. It's because you have this knowledge. This is simple thing anybody can do. That is if you know. What sauce can you use to do all these things? All salts. Salt is salt. All salts. But me, I love using sea salts because I have it. I love using sea salts or rock salts. Even if you don't have this, you use your table salt. That is why I said if it's that table salt, because it has already passed through the manufacturing company, and they manufactured it and did a lot of things on it. That's why I said it is better to charge it under the moon, so that you can infuse power on it. Even though it can still work, but you want it to work faster. Then sea salt and the rest of them, I love using them, but you can use any salt. So that is why I said I am going to teach this thing so that people will open their eyes, reduce suffering. It's not every suffering you run around and start telling people, where do I go, where do I go? Some can tell you where to go and they will deceive you. They will deceive you. And I always say, diabolical means it's not the best way. Will never be the best way because it expires. But when it's of God, it doesn't expire. And one thing you need to know, God gave us all these to better our lives. Let me tell you, God has created everything. He's just watching us. He gave you the brain to be able to know that this is good for you, this is bad for you. That is why it's like some people keep calling God, what do I do? See, let me explain another thing. It's like you need water to drink, and God showed you a fountain of water gushing out, clean, and tell you, go and drink water. Then instead of you to go and drink water, you are still screaming and asking God, give me cup to drink the water. Okay? Assuming God decides to give you the cup to drink water, you begin to scream again and say, God, go and get the water in the cup and come and feed me the water. Is it possible? No. And God will be watching you. He won't do it. Because you already know that you are supposed to get up from wherever you are, look for a cup, go to the fountain, fetch your water, and drink and quench your thirst. He will not do it for you because he knows what you can do. Because he has already created everything and gave you the clarity and gave you the intelligence to know that this is what you're supposed to do and this is what you're not supposed to do. So if you have the knowledge of so many things, you will be able to live a very free life, lighter life than heavy duty life. So many people are worn out already in this life. Like they feel like the whole world, they are carrying the whole world on their head. Sorry. Oh, that's how so many people feel in this life. And the least you can do for yourself is to clear your paths. First of all, use salt. Bring in fresh air, fresh breath of life into your life. Clear your paths. Clear your space. Feel lighter again. Then watch how good things will begin to flow back into your life because there's no cluster. When you have so many problems weighing you down that are so heavy, they are clusters. Positivity cannot come in. Nothing good can come in. It needs to be cleared. So when you clear all these things, you see your life radiating again. Anything that wants to come can easily, that is good things, will easily come in. And that's when you see a lot of people with favor and you'll be wondering, but I thought this person, why are they always calling him? Why are they always calling her? Why is she getting this? Why is he getting that? Is she the only one? Is he the only one? Why is everybody loving this person? Why? What's in them? Because you still have cluster in your life. They don't have. That's why everything is working for them, working at their beck and call. So get this knowledge, okay? Get this knowledge to better your life. There are a lot to say about this, but I think I'm going to stop here. I don't intend to make it short. I don't know if it's short. I don't know, but I feel like I've said quite enough, even though we still have so much. But I would like to ask you, if you know you want me to continue with this particular topic, comment on my comment section. Let me know. Tell me you would like me to continue next time, then I will know that you all are actually following and paying attention and are all interested in knowing more. Then I will bring it some other time. So for now, I will say thank you so much. All of you, my old subscribers, I am so grateful and appreciative of all of you. And my new subscribers, thank you. I am so overwhelmed with joy that I saw you guys trooping in. I am so grateful, and I want you to know that I do not take any of you for granted. I cherish all of you. I appreciate all of you. And I am saying thank you for supporting this channel. And I'm also saying, hey, we have reached 1,000 and still counting. So God bless all of you. You all made it possible. You all made it possible with the help of God. And I'm so grateful about it. So if you know you enjoyed this topic, comment down below. Help me share it. Like it, because when you like it, that means you want other people to see it, and they will come in and like it and share it just like you are doing for me. So God bless each and every one of you and give you clarity so that you will not be finding things so difficult to achieve again in your life. So I have to stop now, and until next time, I'm going to bring another topic for you. It's goodbye from me to you. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Okay. Sometimes when I do this live, I always struggle on how to leave. But, with time, I'm going to learn all this. Thank you. Thank you.